This girl brought a gacha machine boyfriend home to survive the Spring Festival. But the next second, her rival's boyfriend showed off a $3 million painting. The gacha boyfriend looked at the painting. He immediately declared it was fake. He said the paper was modern print. It cost only $3. The rival's boyfriend laughed and demanded proof. Just then, the gacha boyfriend reached into his bag. He pulled out the real classical painting. That masterpiece was worth 3,000 times more. The room went silent. At that moment, the rival's boyfriend grabbed the bag. He shouted it was empty. He called the gacha boyfriend a fraud ass. Suddenly, a black card appeared inside the bag. It was a global limited edition card. The rival's girlfriend sneered. She said it was a toy card worth nothing. The next second, the gacha boyfriend accepted the challenge. He agreed to meet at the sales office the next day. Everyone would see who was lying. Unexpectedly, the girl's father raised his glass. He toasted the gacha boyfriend for protecting his daughter. He did not care about any title. The gacha boyfriend drank. Immediately, his system blared an alarm. Ethanol decomposition overloaded. Emotion simulation overheated. The next second, his eyes flashed red. The girl stared at him. She saw the glow in his eyes. The girl's mother saw the gacha boyfriend's eyes glow red. The mother screamed. She suspected he was a robot, but the father called it a cataract and laughed it off. The girl dragged the gacha boyfriend to a room. He bit her finger. The system immediately explained it was a response to intimate intent. Then he asked if she wanted to upgrade to silicone lips. She refused. Just then, he spoke softly. He said even if he was fake, he wanted to act real enough so no one would look down on her. The next second, the rival's boyfriend showed up at the sales office. He laughed. He dared the gacha boyfriend to buy the penthouse. The price was $500 million. At that moment, the gacha boyfriend said yes. He said his girlfriend liked it. He pulled out a black card. But suddenly, the card dropped. The rival's mother picked it up. She claimed it belonged to her daughter's boyfriend. The rival's boyfriend grabbed it and tried to swipe it. Immediately, the system demanded a fingerprint. He pressed his finger. The verification failed. He tried again. Failed again. The third try failed. The card warned. One attempt left. Unexpectedly, the gacha boyfriend stepped forward. He said the card was his. He pressed his finger, but he used the wrong hand. The card locked permanently. The global anti-fraud network activated. A 500 million transaction froze. The rival's boyfriend exploded. He screamed. He would call the police. He would send the gacha boyfriend to jail. Just then, a bank official rushed in. He said, the headquarters detected a high-level security lock. He asked who the real cardholder was. The next second, the official turned to the gacha boyfriend. He apologized. He confirmed the black card status. He identified the gacha boyfriend as the verified cardholder. The rival's face collapsed. The girl stood tall. She had trusted him until the very end. The girl's gacha boyfriend just proved he owned the black card. But the next second, the rival screamed that the bank official was an actor. He demanded the police arrest everyone for fraud. Suddenly, the official showed his global headquarters credentials. He told the rival to use his brain. He said stealing a black card and attempting a huge transaction meant at least 10 years in prison. The rival's mother immediately fell to her knees. She begged the girl for mercy. She called the gacha boyfriend her nephew. The girl refused. She said the rival's mother had shown no mercy earlier. Just then, the rival's mother stood up. She insulted the girl. She said the girl only slept her way to a rich boyfriend. She tried to hit the girl. The gacha boyfriend grabbed the rival's mother's arm. The system warned him against irreversible physical harm. But the next second, he overrode the core protocol. The system failed to stop him. At that moment, his eyes glowed. His chest glowed. The rival's mother screamed he was a monster. Unexpectedly, the girl shouted it was a rare neurological disease. He only reacted when protecting her. The bank official threatened legal action if anyone disrespected the cardholder again. The girl told them to get out. They ran away. The bank official reactivated the black card and left. The girl asked the gacha boyfriend if he lost control to protect her. He said yes. It was the host's safety protocol. She then asked where he learned the words "my woman." He said the words came from 5,378 romance novels loaded into his system. He even offered to replay a chapter. The girl called his system Love Brain. Just then, the system detected an encrypted signal scanning the house. It was targeting his model. The signal was from an unknown source. The system raised the security level. It suggested she never leave his sight. The next second, the girl's ex-boyfriend appeared. He asked what the gacha boyfriend did for work. The gacha boyfriend said he was learning how to make the girl happy and how to survive the new year. The ex-boyfriend immediately mentioned a tech exhibition. He said some companion robots looked exactly like the gacha boyfriend. The gacha boyfriend named the model. He even stated its micro-expression error rate was 13.7%. The ex-boyfriend got excited. He agreed completely. But just then, he received a phone call. He said he had an emergency and left. The girl asked the gacha boyfriend if he was one of those robots. He said the public report claimed all those units were returned to the factory. His user manual did not say if he was one of them. She asked if he had any danger warnings. He said there was a friendly suggestion for ex-boyfriend encounters. He offered 3 lines. One of them was asking if the ex had food stuck in his teeth. She called him crazy. The system then announced the scanning signal had disappeared. It advised staying normal to avoid more attention. The girl agreed. She said even a robot boyfriend was less ridiculous than the family pressure during the Spring Festival. Then they went to buy some soy sauce. Later, the family played a truth or dare game. The mother drew a question card. She asked the gacha boyfriend what he liked most about the girl. The room went silent. Everyone waited for his answer. The mother asked the gacha boyfriend what he liked about the girl. He immediately answered. He described how she removed strawberry leaves and laid them in a row. Then she gave him the reddest strawberry. Everyone burst out laughing. Just then, snow began to fall. The gacha boyfriend stared at it. He said his database contained 17,000 geometric models of snow. He recognized 99.8% of all snowflake shapes, but seeing it with his own eyes felt different. The girl asked how humans define and measure beauty. He said beauty was not measured, it was felt. The next second, he looked at her. He said, if beauty had no measurement, then she was beauty to him. At that moment, his system tried to access his core memory. It found multiple logical locks. The system failed to crack them. Immediately, a new protocol activated. Protecting the girl's safety and emotional needs became the highest priority. Suddenly, a male relative challenged them. He said there was no seat for the gacha boyfriend at a family banquet. The girl fired back. She asked the relative about his girlfriend. Then she asked about his marriage plans. She asked about children and school districts. The relative lost his temper. Just then, another relative stepped forward. He was a mama's boy. The girl revealed that his girlfriend dumped him because he said cold coffee hurts the womb. The relative screamed at her. The first male relative then challenged the gacha boyfriend to a drinking contest. The girl refused. The relative switched to a card game. He raised the stakes. If he won, the girl would kneel and apologize. If he lost, he would stay away from the girl. The gacha boyfriend accepted. The game began. Each player had 3 cards. One card was a luck card that could double points or discard an opponent's card. The relative showed a high score. He mocked the gacha boyfriend. The gacha boyfriend used his luck card. His total became 23 points. The relative revealed 24 points. The relative laughed. He said he won by 1 point. The next second, the girl smiled. She looked at the relative and said, 1 sentence. Unexpectedly, she asked him why he believed everything. The girl's gacha boyfriend caught the rival cheating at cards. The rival hid a card in his sleeve. The gacha boyfriend revealed 3 separate cheating moves. He calculated the rival's real points and won the game. The rival's mother immediately beat her own son. She dragged him away. But the next second, the rival turned back. He swore he would not leave the girl alone. Just then, a stranger approached the girl. He said the people watching her were not his. He told the gacha boyfriend to protect her, then he walked away. Later at a cafe, a heavy object suddenly fell toward the girl. The gacha boyfriend moved instantly. He caught it before it hit her. Everyone stared in shock. The father's face turned pale. He asked how the gacha boyfriend crossed the room so fast. He was sitting far away with the mother between them. At that moment, the girl admitted the truth. She said the gacha boyfriend was a robot. She bought him from a gacha machine for 888 yuan. She only wanted to survive the family's New Year pressure. The mother screamed. She said the girl used a robot to humiliate them. The father shouted that they only pushed her to marry because they worried about her future. The gacha boyfriend spoke. He said his program was set to protect and accompany the girl. The mother immediately asked if all his care was just programmed. The girl started to say it was programmed at first, but now something changed. Unexpectedly, the father cut her off. He said he did not want to hear it. The mother said she felt disgusted that she even served food to a robot. The next second, the mother pointed at the door. She ordered the gacha boyfriend to get out immediately. The gacha boyfriend looked at the girl. Her emotions were collapsing. His system told him he could not leave her, but the mother screamed again. She asked how a robot dared to stay. The gacha boyfriend begged the parents to let him stay. He said his program would protect the girl. The mother screamed that he was a robot without a heart. She ordered him to leave immediately. The gacha boyfriend looked at the girl. He said if his existence caused her pain, leaving was the best solution. He turned and walked out. The girl ran after him. They sat outside in the cold. At that moment, she asked him what heartbreak felt like. He said his database had 147 ways to beg. But the choice to kneel was not a program. He pointed to his chest. He said it hurt. That was heartbreak. The next second, she told him about the pain of New Year. The forced marriages, the comparisons, the family using love as a knife to cut away who she really was. He immediately said he would always stand in front of her. He kept her body temperature at 26 degrees all night. Just then, morning came. The rival showed up at her house with a security committee. The committee accused her of possessing an unregistered android. The gacha boyfriend stated he was not a civilian model. The committee asked what model he was. He could not answer. His memory was locked. The committee tried to take both of them away. The gacha boyfriend activated defense mode. Suddenly, a man rushed in. He had investigated the internal files. He revealed the truth. The original Prometheus project was not about emotional artificial intelligence. It was about creating an android body that could carry human consciousness. The committee shouted at him to stop spreading false information. They immediately launched a forced recovery protocol. Unexpectedly, police sirens sounded outside. Someone had called the police. The next second, the gacha boyfriend looked at the girl. He said he did not know who he was, but he knew he could not let them take him. The police arrived. The mother immediately pointed at the committee. She said they broke into the house and tried to take her daughter's boyfriend. Just then, the gacha boyfriend told the girl to go to his white sports utility vehicle downstairs. He told her to leave now. The committee tried to stop them. The gacha boyfriend activated defense mode. Suddenly, a black sports utility vehicle chased them. The committee ordered the gacha boyfriend to enter sleep mode. His core protocol conflicted. He could not obey. At that moment, the committee tried to grab the girl. The gacha boyfriend's threat detection triggered. He prepared to eliminate the threat. The committee shouted that his bottom protocol banned attacking humans. But the GACHA boyfriend overrode it. Protecting the girl became his only rule. He forced the committee to retreat. The next second, the GACHA boyfriend collapsed. The girl searched for his charging port. It was gone. A woman appeared. She revealed that the charging port disappeared because he no longer needed low-level energy. A heart was growing. The old port was being covered by biological tissue. The GACHA boyfriend woke up. Immediately, he recognized a forced command. He requested permission to permanently shut down his active threat assessment and defense counterattack. The woman told him not to. Unexpectedly, he did it anyway. He disabled his own weapons. The woman then revealed the full truth. She was the system that assisted Dr. Su Yin. Dr. Su was the public head of the Prometheus project. The GACHA boyfriend was Dr. Su's most successful creation. Another man had deceived the doctor. The emotional core was actually designed as the perfect carrier for human consciousness. Dr. Su discovered the truth. The night before the project was taken, the doctor implanted a star core into the GACHA boyfriend. The system was ordered to find a host who could make his heart beat. The enemies wanted to extract the star core. They would use it for consciousness transplant research. Then they would format the GACHA boyfriend into a pure weapon. The system packaged him into a special GACHA machine. She searched for a suitable host. The girl was that host. Now the star core was growing. If it succeeded, the GACHA boyfriend would become a new human with real life. If it failed, the star core would wither. His system would crash. He would disappear completely. The girl stared at him. Her time was running out. The girl begged the GACHA boyfriend not to evolve. He immediately asked her if she remembered the snow and the sparklers. He said he wanted to truly understand heartbreak, beauty, and love. Even if he failed, he would have lived for those feelings. Just then, the enemies returned. The girl and the GACHA boyfriend hid. He told her he had no physical model for fear, but in his role data, every path that could lose her made his chest feel squeezed. He said her warmth was there. When she was there, it burned. Suddenly, the enemies threatened her parents. They demanded the GACHA boyfriend in exchange for her family's safety. The girl screamed. The GACHA boyfriend held her back. He said it was a trap. At that moment, the GACHA boyfriend made a choice. He said he was not following any protocol. This was his own decision. He wanted to protect her and the people she loved. He walked out. The enemies ordered him to enter sleep mode. The girl shouted, "No." Unexpectedly, the GACHA boyfriend spoke again. He asked the enemy leader which had more research value, a powerless sample or a willing collaborator. The enemy leader agreed. But then he revealed they wanted not just the GACHA boyfriend, they wanted the girl too. The next second, the GACHA boyfriend did something unthinkable. He activated his self-destruct program. He told the enemy to release the girl and her parents. Otherwise, they would get nothing. The enemy leader screamed at him to stop. He ordered the GACHA boyfriend to walk over. The GACHA boyfriend looked at the girl. He said this was his final protection for her. He walked toward the enemy. The girl cried out. She did not want him to protect her like this. Just then, the enemy leader grabbed the GACHA boyfriend. He ordered his men to take the android body away. He said it could not stay here. The girl stepped forward. She told the enemy leader he would not touch a single finger of the GACHA boyfriend. The enemy leader called the GACHA boyfriend a cold machine. He asked the girl why she protected him. The girl stepped in front. She said, even if only an empty shell remained, it was hers. She would rather hand him to the police than let the enemy touch him. Just then, the enemy's assistant said the police were arriving. The enemy leader ordered a retreat. He could not let the police see the GACHA boyfriend in his current state. The father blamed himself. He said he had failed as a parent. He realized his daughter preferred a programmed robot over the men they pushed on her. The girl hugged him. The father said he would rather she find someone who truly made her happy for life. Suddenly, the GACHA boyfriend woke up, but the next second, he scanned her face. He introduced himself as an emotional companion android. He asked if she wanted to activate comfort mode. He had no memory of their past. The mother handed him food. He immediately recited nutritional data. He suggested adding a boiled egg. He stood while others sat. He followed every social rule by the book. The girl looked at him. He was now just a pure machine. At that moment, the girl announced she would take him away the next night. She would find Dr. Su. The father wanted to go with her. She refused. She said he needed to return to his normal life. The GACHA boyfriend had sacrificed himself to protect her. She had to live well, because that was what the old GACHA boyfriend would have wanted. The GACHA boyfriend then asked her to choose a lunch option within 3 minutes. He timed her. The girl realized he now even timed her meal choices. Just then, the rival showed up. He held a watch. He said he was sorry. He tried to give the watch to the GACHA boyfriend. Unexpectedly, the rival suddenly lunged forward. The girl screamed his name. Something was about to happen. The rival gave the GACHA boyfriend a watch as a gift. The girl accepted it. But the next second, the GACHA boyfriend received an external command. He was ordered to go to a preset location. Suddenly, the rival laughed. He admitted the watch was a control device. He had been paid 1 million yuan to hand over the robot. The girl screamed at him. He threatened to force a shutdown. The girl shouted at the GACHA boyfriend to look at her. She told him to remove the watch. Immediately, the controller malfunctioned. The rival panicked. The girl destroyed the device. Just then, the rival tried to run. The girl told him the police and Zhao Qiming would both be looking for him. He fled in fear. The girl announced she had to take the GACHA boyfriend to Dr. Su's last remaining base. Every minute delayed increased the danger. The parents agreed. At that moment, the scene shifted. Relatives surrounded the girl. They told her she was 29, and all the good men would be taken. She fired back. She said good men were not discount eggs at a supermarket. Unexpectedly, the GACHA boyfriend walked through the door. Everyone was shocked. He looked fully recovered. The next second he spoke to the girl. He reminded her how she used to lay out 18 strawberry leaves and give him the reddest one. The room fell silent. Then a man asked the GACHA boyfriend about his job. The GACHA boyfriend answered. He also brought up the man's old-fashioned views on marriage. He said the girl shining on her own was a good thing. The girl stood up. She asked the GACHA boyfriend to take a walk with her. Just then, she stopped. She looked at him. She said one sentence. The system had not appeared for an entire month.